what would you say to someone who is, whether it's migraines or not, going through some health stuff, restrictive stuff that means they can't work in the same way that they would like to? What would you say to them?
Tell your clients. The ones you want to keep working with will be absolutely fine with it, and the ones that aren't can jog on their merry way. I've been fine. I've been really lucky. Like, I've had no problem, and I've been on the receiving end of that, like where I've worked with someone and they ghosted me for a while, and then they came back and then they told me what had gone on in their life, and I was like, I wish you told me. Like, I'm really happy that you've told me now, and it's fine, we can pick up where we left off and we could work around that. But the sadness of thinking they were stressing, on top of everything else they had to deal with, they were stressing about how would I respond to the fact that they couldn't show up in the way that they'd agreed to, like, hurt me. I was like, I would want to be able to help them in that situation. So it's been good because I've had it from both directions. And I think most of the people I've spoken to have had at least one scenario in their life where they could say, oh yeah, no, I remember when that was happening to me, or actually, did you know I experienced this? So I think just being as honest as you are comfortable being, like, if you don't want to share all the grisly details, then don't, but share what you're happy to share. And then clients understand that it's not a commitment issue, it's not how much you want to be doing this. But then I've also had to be really brutally honest about what I can do. So there's no good me keep taking on writing copy for huge launches where someone's spending lots of money on Facebook ads, and there are deadlines that really are hard deadlines. So now if somebody wants me to write copy for them, I can say, roughly, I'm going to be working on it in this window of time, but do not hire me if you absolutely have to have it done by this date. Which feels really unprofessional, but actually it's the opposite. That's being professional, saying, I know my limitations, I can't promise you that it's going to happen on this date, not because I'm not going to try, not because I'm not going to put the hours in, but just because my health might not permit it.
And what you're saying as well almost has this sense of, I'll support a lot of people in being more self-expressive. So can you say those things in a way that really helps you rather than holds you back? And obviously with the age of social media, we're encouraged to talk more about ourselves, but some people can't or don't want to yet. But the only thing I've ever found when I do it, and when people I know do it, is this sense of freedom. Like, not only do the floodgates get released, not because you cry your eyes out at loads of people, but it's just this like, oh, I've let it all out. I can tell you that I have migraines. I can tell you I'm going through the menopause. I can tell you. And there's this like barrier that just gets dropped. And I think you've just proven that in a way, because it will attract the clients to you that absolutely resonate with you, rather than have the ones that need everything so tightly that you would never particularly get on with them anyway.
But like, I can't believe how many people are pretending. I don't mean this in a bad way, but the more I've talked about them, I talk about migraine, home ed, and the fact that I've got kids on the autistic spectrum. I'm really happy to talk about that, because I know the more I talk about it, the more it helps other people. And then in response, people come back to me and say, oh, like, I found that really helpful. I cannot believe the number of people where their response has been that they've been trying to be normal. So like, it basically boils down to them saying, I've been trying, we're struggling with this at home because I've got this one child, and they're, these are the problems we're having, and I'm trying to keep it together for my clients, or I'm trying to be able to work normal hours, or I don't want them to be late for school. So we're trying to conform to all these normal things to make it look normal on the outside, and on the inside it's not normal, and there isn't a normal anyway. They're just made up convention, like all of it's just made up conventions.